Subscribe to Filmfare and press the bell icon.
She can make a mango bottle look sexy. She is the quintessential outsider who came and stormed the movie business. Meet my guest for today, Katrina Kaif. The lovely, lovely, lovely Katrina Kaif. Thank you for being my guest.
Katrina. You made my name sound very exotic.
So, Katrina, tell me, how does it feel to be, I mean, do you still feel like the outsider sometimes?
No, I'm the insider. You're the outsider. I just let you feel that way. Actually, you have it all wrong. I'm the insider. I've always been the insider.
Yeah.
You're all the outsiders.
I know.
I actually really do feel like an insider, because it's been quite a few years now. And since the time I've started working in the film industry, I've seen so many changes now. So now I kind of feel like a veteran. I'm like, I've seen that. Yes, I know it. I know this one. I know what happens here. So it's been a lot of work also.
Do you remember your first day of shooting and today when you do your first, when you shoot, what is the sort of, is there like a huge shift?
Yeah, of course. First day I won't go because those are like, I'll tell you that I can tell you some highlight moments. So my first film with Akshay Kumar, I can tell you that it was a film called Humko Deewana, and it was Raj Kanwar's film, which I'm sure you know Raj Kanwar, of course.
God bless
his soul. First day on that film, Filmistan, and within 3 hours I was crying. I left the shoot at 10 p.m. I told Rocky S, who was the designer on the film. I called him, and at that point I think he was quite friendly with a lot of actresses and all that. And I said, "Is this how everyone works? It's too many hours. I'm too tired. I can't shoot like this." I was like, "Can you call them and find out for me? Does everyone work like this?" I said, "I can't do this." I was literally crying. And I went home and I told some of my friends, they're like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't like it on the set. I'm scared of Akshay." I was literally scared of him. I found him really terrifying.
And now you bully him.
Now, after that, within a few years though, we used to like completely bully him.
Yeah.
Completely bully him. And he was, of course, a sweetheart to take it very well. But I found him terrifying.
Salman also was a mentor of sorts for you. Did he intimidate you a lot on the set? In fact, strangely, you were cast opposite Govinda in that film.
Yeah,
right?
I was cast off of Govinda. I didn't get any special treatment. I was like straight first film out, you're opposite Govinda, and I was like, okay, fine.
But what about his mentoring in terms of, did he teach you about camera angles and just the general?
Salman taught me nothing except to learn for yourself. Behave. So that's. I mean, his equation is different with everyone, and of course, we all know that Salman has the kind of heart that loves to help people, and loves to help so many people who come in his path. And I'm sure it's different. He has a different equation with everyone. But for me, I think the greatest strength that he was to me was the fact that he didn't try and ever mollycoddle me or make it special or make things different. He really encouraged me in every moment to stand up, find your own feet, and work hard.
Tell me your best and worst Salman Khan moment. I mean, give me an anecdote.
Best and worst?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Too many best, too many worst.
That's hard. Then we'd have to have a whole separate show for that. And there wouldn't be best and worst moments. There'd be lists. There'd be lists. That's a tricky one.
Any incident that you remember?
I really feel that the best thing that he has added, because I mean we're talking about this from a career perspective, I really feel that the best thing that he has added to me in my career is exactly that. I know people may not feel it that way, but he really, really always had a lot of belief in me, and that for me was the most important thing. Like I remember there was so I'm sure you know about the story of Saya, right? Yeah. You know about the Saya story, right? Anurag Basu film with Bhatt Saab. And I was cast in the film. Anurag Basu was the director, John Abraham was the hero, and I was cast in the film. I'm called one night for the first shot. It's a silent shot. Literally silent. Not a word, not a dialogue, not any expression. It's a silent shot. That too, I'm playing a ghost. So it's meant to just be like just one passing shot of you just standing. Just standing and looking. Camera comes, out. Next day, one shot, back up. Next day I'm called and I'm told I'm being chucked out of the film.
Why is that?
There were a few reasons given, and I can't remember exactly at this time, but to cut a long story short, Dada was in the film, Anurag Basu. Bhatsab was in the room, and I think there were 1-2 other people in the room. I can't remember now who they were. I'm told that I am going to be excused from this film, and best of luck and take care of yourself. I leave from that room and I am crying. I'm bawling my eyes out. So at some point in the day, I meet Salman and I'm telling him that this is what's happened, and I'm weeping, and he's laughing. And I'm thinking, this is so mean. My career's over. I've been chucked out of my first film, and it's the end of my life, and you're laughing. And he's laughing. He was laughing his head off. He's like, you're so silly. You don't understand. This doesn't mean anything. I know where you're gonna go from here. I can see where you're gonna go. These things happen. I don't have an answer. These things happen. You'll see from here what will happen. Just keep your focus, work hard, do your work. It was never that he had any answers or that there was anything specific that was done. It was just the belief. It was the belief of somebody in you. Now, for some people that can be your friend, your uncle, your mother, your father, your whoever it is. But it's that belief of one person, very solid person in you, which I think is the most important thing when you are starting out.
Tell me, you're known to be this really good, fantastic dancer. So if I were to ask you to choose between Sheila Ki Jawani and, Kala Chashma and all your, which is like the big song, or even Chikni Chameli, I mean, your personal favorite, and what kind of
I think they're all. I mean, I don't have a favorite. To me, they're songs. I come in, I see the choreography, I put my best into it, and I do it. But there's not like one which is close to my heart or which I have an emotional
you found
connect
most
to.
excruciating.
Excruciating was Chikni Chameli because my feet were bleeding on the song.
Yeah.
Because we were dancing barefoot, and that's what happens after.
And you were reeking of kerosene. I remember that I came to hug you and said, "Don't hug me. I'm filled with."
I was reeking of everything. It was dust, dirt, sweat, blood, everything. That was a tough shoot.
We'll be back with a lot more nostalgia, secrets, and magic on Geo Famously Filmfare. Welcome back to Geo Famously Filmfare.
Tell me, you also have a reputation of being cold and standoffish. Why is that? Is it because of your Brit demeanor?
First of all, I don't have a Brit demeanor because I've not spent any time in Britain to have a Brit demeanor.
Genes,
no, nobody has genes. Nobody, and my mom is the warmest, sweetest, gentlest soul. You've met my mom, I think. She's like a little angel. She's Mary Poppins. So I ain't got any of the standoffish thing from my mother. In fact, there was a person recently who my mom was not very pleased with, and she was like, when I see that person, I'm going to be very cold. I was like, Mom, please don't come, because you are not going to be cold. You are not going to be cold. You're going to see that person and go, hi, Jitesh, because that's what she does. She's like, no, you see, I'm going to be very tough. I was like, okay, fine, we'll see. Cut to, she sees the person. Oh, hello, dear. I'm like, yep, that's cold. Real ice. Ice cold. Terrifying, Mom. She's like, sorry, I just can't help it. So it's definitely not from my mom. Yeah. It's a Cancerian hard shell personality. I've said this a million times. Anyone who's a Cancerian knows it. Like, I was one of the people on my team. He's a Cancerian. You knew it like in 5 minutes. It's a Cancerian trait. They are moody, hypersensitive, and they have a hard exterior to protect the soft or the soft part which is inside them, and they have that exterior. It's like a defense. It's a defense mechanism.
So when did you realize all the boys are giving you all the attention? The first time you got attention, and obviously, like you said, you're so shy and all of that.
In life or in film industry?
Film industry, obviously.
It all kind of happened together. So when I started doing well in my work, and when I started getting more work, obviously you go out more, you interact with people more. But I have this thing about me that even then, that there's nothing I can really tell you that, oh yeah, I got a lot of male attention, because I think I have a mechanism which kind of just blocks that off. Like I won't sit and entertain a person who maybe appears to be flirting with you, because probably if I sense that vibe, I'll back off, So I'm not really in that kind of
Is there like a weird come on line that somebody says which like still stayed in your mind?
people really,
I'm
really,
sure.
really don't.
I can't believe. No.
But you know that about me. That's what you're saying. That barrier which people feel that I have up a lot of times, that scares guys.
Something
Let me
on
tell
SMS,
you that.
something on SMS.
No.
There must be something.
Nothing like
in
that
Hindi.
I can remember. Not that I remember. I've got a barrier. People don't. Guys are not going to be able to break through that easily. And then of course, at different times, when your name has also been attached to other people, that's also going to stop people. So that's also going to act as a deterrent.
Who are these people who won't be named?
You know, every now and then.
So how do you deal with rumors of link-ups, breakups, relationships? I mean, you've had high-profile relationships in the past, and then, you know, the media writes about it. Do you feel pressured to behave in a particular way? At one point, there were some pictures of yours released in the press when you were on a holiday. So do you find all of that sort of, oh shit, this is the price of fame? Like you said, have you made your peace with it?
Yeah, I think I've overreacted at certain points. I think I've made bigger deals out of it than it actually was. Just you're at a different headspace at a different time, you know, and sometimes you cannot see things very clearly. But for the most part, it's been there. I mean, it's part of your life. There's nothing really to say or do about it.
Very boring.
You just
this is a
have
very boring answer. Very,
yeah,
very
but
boring.
it's honestly the way I feel about it. I think it's more to do with the fact that if you also notice this about me, and we've also spoken about this, I'm not really comfortable talking about other people, unless it's to praise them or to say something wonderful about them or an anecdote or an incident. And if I speak about another person, about a relationship, you're speaking about another person by default. I think that's the angle of it, which also makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, so has a woman made a pass at you?
No. What kind of show is this? No. But then again, it's very possible that I would not know if you were making a pass at me. Because A, I would like to think the kind of people who are in the vicinity to make passes at me are a little dignified. So their passes may be a little subtle.
Yeah, so
and if they're subtle, I probably wouldn't know it.
No?
No. Unless you actually hold up a placard saying, listen, I am making a pass at you. Are you interested? It will probably go unnoticed by me.
So give me two do's in a relationship and two don't do's in a relationship.
Yeah, there aren't any do's
But
and
there must be
don'ts.
something.
No, because, you know, I really believe if it is real love and if it's love that's meant to last, it cannot be broken by a do or a don't. Like, if you have to sit and analyze a relationship or a failed relationship, of course you can sit and say, okay, I did all this wrong, I did all this right, I should have done this differently, I should have done that differently, and those lists have been made. They will have been made in all of our heads, I'm sure for all of us, they are made. But when you come back down to it, if you are really talking about true love, and the kind of love which is meant to last, the kind of love which outlives or which outlasts the initial, what do you call that, you know, butterflies in the stomach phase and that phase, which is true partnership. That is stronger and that has to be above the do or don't.
Don't forget to catch all the behind-the-scenes madness exclusively on the Jio platform. Welcome back to Jio Famously Filmfare.
So I'm going to show you some of our Filmfare covers on the Geo Mags, and I want you to react to, like, what was your frame of mind shooting this 2009 cover?
Very, very hot. We were shooting in Juhu Beach, and I think me and Sabu were bickering, my makeup artist. I don't know about what, but I just know on the shoot we were bickering about something. He always, you know, Sabu. I know we were having some sort of issue about this, but 2009, what was happening? 2009 was, I think, Shira Ki Jawani, Tisma Khan, and Rajniti. That's what it was. Rajniti and Tisma Khan.
So you were in a good frame of mind.
Yep. And according to your magazine, in 2009, the next big things were Ranbir Kapoor and Deepika Padukone. That's very good predictions. Well done.
And this one. And I hated this cover, but you loved it.
I love this cover. I remember thinking that we were extremely chicken fashionable.
Yeah.
2010.
Hurricane Katrina.
Well, apparently, according to your magazine, I'm on the rise and rise. What a great place to be. I mean, that's always the best place to be, no? On the rise and rise.
Now I'm going to show you your films on Geo Cinema.
Okay.
And I want you to react. One indelible memory that you have.
Rajniti was an amazing experience because Prakash, he really held my hand through that because we were shooting big, scenes in front of huge crowds because he needed that scale for all the political rallies, and it was nerve-wracking. It was really nerve-wracking. Like in front of 5,000 people, you're giving this huge speech, and Prakashi would come before the take and he would speak to the crowd, and he knows, no, because he's also a politician, and he knows how to speak to them to get them to support you. And anyways, I mean, I think the audiences, and especially in these towns, have always been very, very supportive of me and very, very amazing, giving you so much love. And they were just the best. Like they would just be there's magical moments on that stage when in the end when everyone comes up, and I remember me and Nana sir were there.
Ranbir didn't intimidate you on the set? Was he a
intimidate me?
Yeah, was he a happy co-star?
Intimidate me? How could he intimidate me? How would that happen? Tell me. No such thing was happening. No such thing was happening. You've been very misled. No, he was always a great person to work with.
So your fans have reached out to you using the Jio 4G platform, and they want to ask you something. So here's the first one.
Hey Katrina, I'm a big fan of yours, and I'm looking forward for your new movie Jigga Jasoos. And I had a question for you. Have you done Jasusi in real life?
What's that mean? Have I put on a cat and detective and chashma and gone
Have
spy?
you hired a detective to
God, no.
find gory details about?
God, no.
No?
God help people who do that.
Yeah.
The most jasusi I've ever done is picking up somebody else's phone. That we've all done. Just lying there so casually on the side. I mean.
Okay, tell me, how has digitization changed our lives? You know, now we are in the age of Instagram, and you're one of these reluctant social media people. So how has that changed?
I'm a
our
psycho.
life?
I'm just a psycho. When Twitter came to India, they came to me, so the agency that had brought it down had actually come to me to kind of partner up with, because obviously it was starting out, as almost like an endorsement in that sense. And I didn't have the vision for it. I mean, there's been a few things in my life which I see now in retrospect I just was really silly about and didn't have the foresight. It's not that, okay, inherently it's something which I'm now dying to do, so now I need to do. But it is the way the future is moving, and you need to have a social presence. I do believe you kind of need to have a social presence. Some people can get away with not having it, but I think as an actor and as a female actor, and also for your brands and everything, it's kind of important you have a social space. And I came onto it really late in the day, and that was on my part probably not the best foresight.
Now I'm going to get really mean on you.
See, this is the filmfare part that I don't like, the mean part. I don't like mean things. I don't like mean people. You know what my motto is in life? I have to tell you. I have to tell you, and I really think it should be everyone's motto in life. But if you want to understand me, you should just know this much. It comes from a movie which I'm sure you've seen called Bambi. If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. Bambi, I'm telling you, has the best life lessons.
Okay, so now you read out these mean tweets and you respond to them.
Sure. Dear Jaya, if you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all. But having said that, Jaya wants to know what's with my weird accent. So my weird accent, which some people find very cute, I'll have you know, is from being born in Hong Kong and then traveling to about 16 different countries before finally coming here. So it's a little bit of every sprinkling of every of every unusual country absorbed into Katrina Kaif brain. Thus, how mean, Imperial Marcher or something, whatever. Katrina Kaif possibly has the most boring hairstyles. How mean. It's okay, I kind of agree with you though, it's okay. I'm like that only. Biggest problem with Katrina Kaif is she is #childish, #immature, and behaves exactly like a kid. Well, my dear friend, this I have to acknowledge, because although people have commented that I don't change my hair enough, which is very true and very valid, and like I don't experiment enough with style and all, very true and very valid. I'll accept those things. One thing I am not is immature.
I'm going to ask you a few would you rather questions. Okay. So would you rather have the last laugh or get the first dibs?
The last laugh, I guess.
Would you rather win the Filmfare Award for 3 consecutive years or win the National Award once?
National Award. Sorry.
Say Filmfare.
I can't. You anyways never give it to me. What's the point? National award is still some...
Would you rather be the most popular or the most smartest person you know?
Popular.
Yeah. Would you rather erase yourself from Boom or Bar Bar Dekho?
Neither. Both of those films are super instrumental in bringing me to where I have been today.
Okay, would you rather be poor and attractive or rich and ugly?
Eeks. I mean, that's just mean. I don't think people are... I don't think, first of all, I don't think they're ugly people. I think they're just ugly souls.
Deep. Would you rather lose your hair or always be overweight?
Oh my God. I want to be fit. I can be fit. These are not the choices. These bad choices you've come up with. There are other options.
So thank you, Bambi meets Mother Teresa meets all the good people in the world. Thank
I
you
love
for
that
your
name. I think I'm going to put that on my when I get onto Instagram, I'm going to put that as my status. Bambi meets Mother Teresa meets
all the good things.
all the good things. I think that's great. You've given me a great name. I'm putting that.
So thank you for being this wonderful guest on my show. And I
My
hope you come
pleasure.
back soon.
I will definitely come back for more
Until
fun and chatter.
Until then, keep shining at the movies.
Thank you.
So I need quick answers to my questions.
Sure.
And my first question is, what is your conversation starter with someone who you're attracted to?
That's it.
What was your last argument about?
Wow. Last argument. Hold on. I'm skipping to the ones which are TV approved.
No, nasty argument.
My last argument was very good. I was very proud of myself because somebody made a jibe which was so possibly crushing, like soul crushing, and I didn't respond. And I'm very proud of myself for that.
What's the one question you're asking yourself these days?
I think I'm asking myself a lot, before I react to something, does it really matter? Does this really matter in the long run?
Don't forget to catch all the behind-the-scenes madness exclusively on the Geo platform.